So for today's class, you guys are going to be framing and mounting your artwork for the upcoming art show. So to start today's lesson, what I want you guys to do is get 3 materials. I want you to get a pair of scissors, I want you to get a piece of paper, and I also want you to get a Sharpie marker. Okay, those will be right in the center of your 2 big tables. I'm going to give you a minute to do that now. So once you have all 3 of the materials, what I want you guys to do is then take your white strip of paper. This is going to be your name tag for your artwork, and you are going to write your name at the far left side, just like we do when we read. We go from left to right, and you are going to write your first name. You are not going to write the word first, you're just going to write your first name. And then you are also going to write the initial of your last name. The initial is the first letter within your last name. So my last name is Stoneham, so it would be an S. Okay, I'm going to put an S and a period. You put your initial. At the space right next to it, you guys are going to put your class code. Your class code is really simple to figure out. It is your grade. So let's say I'm in 4th grade. If I'm in 4th grade, I would put a 4. If I was in 1st grade, I would put a 1. Okay, and then the initial of your teacher's name. So if my teacher was Miss Ford, I would put an F. If it was H for Hamilton, I would put H. Okay. Once you have all of this information, you are going to take your scissor and you are going to trim the edge of the white paper off. At this point, I want you to put your Sharpie, your extra white paper, and your scissors away. Now, you have your name tag, and you guys will receive your artwork back that you did choose from the art show. And once you get that artwork back, you first have to assess what kind of color you want to get for your mat or for your frame. Now, the first option, we're going to do a double border, meaning there will be 2 pieces of paper around our existing artwork. And with the first border, you are either going to choose a black paper or a white paper. For an artwork that is mostly white in the background, it's always good to choose the opposite color for contrast. Okay, so if my paper was mostly black, I would not choose black, I would choose white. Now, when we start to mat, what you're going to do is you're going to have to line your paper up in the middle. If you have a paper that is this large, that is the same size as your border paper, you have to go and meet me at the paper cutter, which is over at the painting station today. Once your artwork has been trimmed down, you will then be able to place it in the center of your first paper, okay, your first border, and you are going to glue that down. To glue it down, you're going to flip your paper over. We always glue on the paper that we are then going to glue down. We don't put it on the paper we're gluing it to. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in each of the 4 corners. Notice I'm making just a little bit, it kind of looks like an L or a V depending on what angle you're looking at it. And I'm making sure that my glue is not dripping before I go to my paper. Once I get that done, and I'm going to do, because this paper is very big, I'm going to put just 1 tiny line in the middle of each of the sides. Okay, I'll set my brush down. I'm going to flip my paper over. Okay. I'm going to place it as close to the middle as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect because I will be trimming it again. Okay, and then I really want to carefully rub those corners down or the sides down where I put the glue. Then I'm going to take my paper with my first border again over to the paper cutter. Now that I have a small first border around my image, I'm going to choose my second color. You guys can stick with a neutral color like black and white, or you can choose a nice bright color if you would like to. I chose purple because I have a little bit up here and I think I really want that to stand out. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to find a nice even space again to put your artwork. So you're going to glue that down to the middle, and you're also going to have to put your name tag in the bottom right hand corner of your artwork. Because I don't have enough room down here at the bottom, I don't have enough left over, I'm going to put mine directly on my artwork. But if you do have space at the bottom, okay, without it hanging off like it is here, you would put it right underneath. You do not want the name tag all the way to the edge of your border. You actually want it to line up with the edge of your actual artwork and put it on the right side. Once this is all glued down, you're going to turn your artwork in to Miss Stoneham at the paper cutter, and then you're going to get a free draw paper from the top shelf.